Welcome back to Bombastic Nation and Ting and Ting and Ting. Back with some more vibes for you. Yes, I. And I did an episode on the Philippines, geography in Philippines, a reaction there. And somebody put this on here, tell me to check it out, see what I want. And this one is called 8 Days in the Philippines. So, we're going to go ahead and watch this without any kind of a hesitation and thing, all right? Let's YouTube and simmer.
So I'm traveling today to this country called the Philippines. And the country's tagline is, it's more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Fun. Boarding the plane, fun. Leaving the plane is even more fun. Getting your local SIM card is finally fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
The Uber to the hotel, welcome to the Philippines. Check in at your hotel.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Buying a McDonald's here is also fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Starbucks,
Welcome to the Philippines!
Subway,
Welcome to the Philippines!
a corporate job, still fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Yeah! Traffic jams are also more fun in the Philippines if you're not in the car. It's so fun in the Philippines that if you go and ask random people to smile, they will smile back. Even security guards. Smile. That's funny. See you tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
the
want to see
people.
if I can have food, water, shelter for the whole day for $0.00
Just check
here
it.
in Manila. I gave up my valuables, my drone, and my entire wallet and checked out of the hotel to hit the streets. It's a bad idea. I cannot take buses or taxis. I cannot eat out. But what I can do is rely on people's generosity. For water, I say I'm thirsty.
Thank you. Muslim, I'm also Muslim. That's why the people is very thirsty. What's better to give?
For food, I say I lost my wallet and leave. You ran after me.
Yes.
Why? I'm happy.
So I'm just sharing my blessings.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
But for shelter, this is a bit hard. I say I'm stranded. I ask 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, and then I meet this guy.
What happened to you? It's a long story.
He takes me in, buys me food, offers me his home, gives me his bed, and doesn't even want to be filmed. There is still good in this world.
Yeah,
See you tomorrow.
people,
Thank you.
humans.
Money. I don't like spending it. That's why I like the Philippines. It's very cheap. A full day tour at this island will cost you $20 and maybe $25 for this one. A haircut for $17 at Hong Kong. Here you can get it for $1. An Uber ride for 1 hour will cost you $3. Welcome to the Philippines. A romantic date for 2 will set you back $15. Now, you're not gonna go
I'm a bucket list that romantic date thing there because that's one of my things. I want to go different parts of the world on romantic dates and thing. Like Greece is one of my favorite places right now, but the Philippines kind of looking good here. You know what I mean? It's not a cheap. Don't get me wrong, I'm on no cheap date or nothing like that. But hey, it's good to know, bruh. Fist pump.
on a date, island hopping.
Oh, now we get to the nature.
These islands are gorgeous.
They are.
But watching it from your phone, you will get bored after 5 seconds. So let me tell you what makes this place incredible. Above water, it's heaven on earth even when there is no sun. But it's not just what's above the water and on the water that's beautiful, it's also what's hiding underneath. You have the gazillion small fish that follow you and the gigantic fish that does not give a damn about you. There is a Japanese shipwreck hiding right under your feet. And if saltwater
beautiful.
isn't really your style, there's always a lake hiding behind this rock that'll take your breath away.
It is. Wow. The landscape is so different too. The mountains. Ooh. Oh man.
Standing in a perfect cone structure at 2,463 meters high, which is 65% of her sister Mount Fuji in Japan and 3 times that of Burj Khalifa in Dubai. But it's not her appearance and height that make her so majestic. It's her personality. Mayon is shy. She is so shy, she hides behind the clouds all the time. In fact, some say her husband are the clouds. And when you finally see her, she is beautiful. That's insane! She is angry. That tip of hers erupts every 3 to 5 years. That is deadly angry. But best of all, she is perfect. The most perfect human being nature has to offer. That's Mayon. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. For the past 5 days, I've only stayed in the richest parts of the Philippines. And so it's easy for me to believe that all of the Philippines looks like this. But it's not. Only 1 cab ride away from here, you arrive here, at the Trash Mountain, where people live in such extreme poverty that the air is unpleasant to smell. But this isn't just this area. 25% of the Philippines live under the poverty line. It's incredible that under the same city roof, you can lunch like this and dinner like this. Green stuff coming from the ground means it's beautiful nature. In this case, it means there's so much trash piled on top of each other that it formed a mountain where actual people live and plants started to grow. The country's tagline is, "It's more fun in the Philippines," but I think a more appropriate one is, "It's more fun in 75% of the Philippines."
1 minute, see you tomorrow.
I said it before and I'm gonna say it again, the Philippines is cheap, which means you don't need many dollars to come here and see this piece of beauty. But it also means you don't need many dollars to help those that need help. It's so cheap in here that we can buy this burger with meat and all for 20 cents. 20 cents. And for that price, you can buy 1,000 of these burgers without breaking the bank. And in a place where people are so poor that trash forms an actual mountain, you can form an actual mountain of food for the price of 1 average hotel stay in New York City. And with that, you can feed up to 1,000 people. Yes, cheap prices mean better tourism, but it also means it's not that hard or expensive to help those in need. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow! Yes! Hi, it's my last day in the islands of the Philippines. I'm sad. But here is everything that I like about this country. It's a country with more than 7,000 islands, which means this and this and this exist here. This volcano and this volcano also exist here. The prices, they are so cheap you can get a whole village drunk or another poor village fed without breaking the bank. But reality is, in some parts, poverty is so extreme, people live on top of a trash mountain or at a graveyard with the dead. But you can Google all of the above. What you cannot Google, however, are the people. They will be generous, they will feed you, and they will host you without knowing you. They will build good startups, and they will party like crazy. But best of all, they will be your friend. Real friend. The country's tagline is, "It's more fun in the Philippines." But I don't like that. A better term is, "There's more love in the Philippines."
Bye, Marinas.
That's 1 minute.
See, that's the thing about countries that doesn't have a whole lot. It's the people, man. It's the people are so they're really generous because they understand a struggle. You know what I'm saying? So they're really generous. If they have it, they'll hook you up. I'm not saying that in certain places you go, you wouldn't find bad people. You know, I'll give you a story real quick. I had a friend who's from here that had to do his he did an internship in Panama, and just kind of like what this guy did. He stayed in the area where there's the business section, you know, bustling and riches and all kind of stuff. But then he had to go into the poor area And I guess he's never seen that sort of poverty. So he's saying, but they're happy. How could they be happy? It's like they don't understand the situation they're in. And coming from a third world country myself, but we don't have that level of poverty in my country. Thank goodness. There is there, but not that level there. But this is how I explain it to him. You're poor, you have nothing. What are you going to do? Be all depressed and life is too long to be depressed. You know what I mean? So you find ways to be happy. You find ways to enjoy whatever life you have while you're trying to dig out of the situation you're in. You know what I mean? Like certain places here, people are so depressed, they're just there and they stay in it. You know what I mean? And they're thankful for what they have. And most of them don't, a lot of them, not most of them, don't aspire to get to somewhere else. You know, in places that's why we travel so much. You know, like from my country, there's people in England, there's people here in America, there's people going to the bigger islands in the Caribbean, or going to South America, just looking for, you know, we migrate, become immigrants, looking for something else, if not something better. You know what I'm saying and thing? And that's the thing about, you'll probably see that mentality in almost every island or country like this that you go to. You know what I mean? People taking care of people. I'll put a link to the description in the video. A link to the description. Why I keep saying that? Bumbleclot, I keep saying that. I'll put the link in the description to this video so you could go check this out, check out this channel, see what I go on there and thing. You know what I mean? And thank you for the person that suggested that I watch this. This was quite interesting, you know. I enjoyed it. I really do. But, you know, hope you guys are doing okay. Keep watching. Keep watching my stuff. The box there, the bubble up here. Click on that. Go check it out. You know what I mean? And everything is compounded there, so you could binge. Get you a snack and everything and just binge. All right? In the meantime, take care of each other. Cool runnings.